Yeah, my name's Gabe Zollner. Generally speaking, midterm elections have a much lower turnout than presidential elections. And I'm willing to bet that in the 2014 midterm elections, there'll be an awful lot of absentee ballots that will have come in to swing the tide. I mean, come on. They know it works. They did it in 2008 and they did it in 2012. They know it works. Absentee ballots is the key. And the reason that is it's very easy to go ahead, monitor the mails, get a hold of the voters' rolls, send in for the absentee ballots, take them out of the mail. I mean, how many hundreds of millions of mailboxes do you think exist? Mailboxes where keys aren't required, Yeah, and then do what they did before. Select the candidate of your choice, mail it in. Now, half the people that they've targeted won't even bother showing up, so they won't know. And the other half of those will get frustrated when they've told they already voted. And the other half, which is a quarter, well, they'll get provisional ballots to fill out, which don't get counted for 10 days. In other words, none of their votes have count. The only way an election can work is if the electronic voting machines are done away with, and if all absentee ballots are notarized. Now, you could say, well, that's a significant expense. So is it to get a driver's license. You have to have photo ID. So is it to get any kind of legal document. You have to have it notarized. You want to buy a house, you have to notarize a signature. You want to buy a life insurance policy, again, you notarize a signature. You want to cash a life insurance policy, you notarize a signature. They don't just take your word for it. So why should anyone take someone's word when they vote? And there's nothing more important than your vote. So don't you think you should know that your vote actually counts? It hasn't. How do you think they've got so many Democrats that they've arrested, tried and convicted, and are going to prison for voter fraud? Obama shouldn't have been on a ballot in a couple of the states. They didn't have enough signatures in the 2008 election. But anyway, none of that matters. He's there, and I don't see how we're going to get rid of him unless the system's changed. And I don't see them agreeing to change it. They worked too hard to figure out how to make it happen. Yeah, they don't want photo ID, and they don't want notarized absentee ballots. And they like having the electronic voting machine. You go in there and you press Governor Romney, Obama pops up. How many people actually even bother to look? They just assume once they've pressed it that the vote counted for the candidate of the choice. Well, it didn't. How do you think he got 140% of the votes in one district in Colorado? How do you think he got 900 votes in a district in Florida that had 7 registered voters? Huh? Yeah, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. Well, guess what? It does matter. And I don't see it changing between now and 2014. They're going to take the House. They're going to do a clean sweep of the Senate. Res 15 is going to pass, and Obama's going to stay where he is. You want to bet that I'm wrong? Scary stuff.